Okay. Let's do it.
Hello there.
Hello there, Joel. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing wonderfully. So, before we get started, I just want to do my little sound check here.
Cool.
Make sure that you can be heard and that I can be heard, so just say hi for everybody on stream.
Hello there.
Hello there, says Joel. Can you guys hear Joel? I hope.
Looking positive.
We can hear you! Exclamation point, exclamation point. Fantastic. Alright. Lovely. Okay, well, first and foremost, Joel, thanks for coming on. Thanks for waiting for me to get my chicken pot pie out of the oven before you yelled at me to get my ass online and in-game.
Oh god.
Now I have to fight the urge to chomp on my chicken pot pie in your ear as it's sitting right here in front of me smelling delicious. So
That would not be ideal.
no. Anyway, if you've seen my show, and I hope you have, then you know I like to start these things off with some introductions. So if you would be so kind, please tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, the level you're playing at, the matchup you're kind of struggling with and hoping to work on today, and most importantly, the biggest, bestest thing that you hope to take away from this session.
Oh, that's a lot of questions.
I know.
Okay, well, I'm a Plat Zerg on the EU. I am having lots of trouble with my ZvZ. My, hello?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. My Skype's gone all funny. I win about 80% of my ZVTs and ZVPs and about 10% of my ZvZ. It's a real problem.
What the hell is a Z?
Z, Z, same thing.
I'm curious,
Again,
what is that terminology? Is that military?
It's just English accent.
Just English accent. That's how you English people say Z.
You got me.
Z.
Exactly. So yeah, I was hoping you could help me out with that.
I can absolutely help you out with that.
What was I going to say? What I hope is to get away from it. I'd like to be able to win 50%, something like that. That'd be approaching good. And before I get too much flack from the stream, I'm probably going to explain why my ID is as it is. Because I'm sure it's going to come up at some point. So basically, I was watching GSL when the name change came along, and we saw, fake Boxer. He changed his name to Boxer, and all of a sudden, came second in the GSL. So I was like, well, hell, I can do that. I'll just change it to Fruitdealer and be awesome. It didn't work out that way.
No. But hey, that's okay. Fruitdealer is probably the coolest ID in Korea, and so now,
It is.
while somewhat less unique, you are just as cool as my favorite professional Zerg player. So that's good to know.
Yeah, well, that's good to know indeed. You get a lot of people at the start of games who go, oh my god, is this the real Fruitdealer? And you're like, yes, I'm in gold EU, just off racing.
Yeah, exactly. I was online the other day, and one of the guys that I have coached previously, and I will not mention his name, but I will go so far as to say that he was a silver level player. He said, I just played a 2v2 against Idra. Do you think it was the real Idra? And of course I said, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
And he was like, awesome, I beat the real Idra. And I was like, I know. I am that good of a coach. That's why you won. So, anyways.
I used to have Korean characters copied in, so I could just put Control V and it bring them up in game. And if I just took them out of Google Translate, didn't know what it meant. I just used to throw those in, and they'd be like, oh my god, it's so exciting. And they'd always all in after 2 minutes.
That's hilarious.
And then my game client changed. I can't do it anymore, so it sucks.
So be it. Alright, well, I'm going to get you into a party. I'm going to invite my friend Revenge into the party as well, because he said he wants to watch some games. And you said you're Platinum, so let me see if I can find us a good comparable opponent for you.
I will say I have lost to Silver and Gold Zergs. It does get that brutal.
Well, even if I can't find anybody, I can sit here and play, but I have someone online. And if, worst case scenario, I can have you play Revenge, who's
uber good.
Yeah. Let me check on this guy real quick. here's a diamond level Zerg player. So this is about what I would like.
I was just wondering if we could go through some like how I'd like to start my ZvZ. I've tried everything under the sun.
Absolutely do all of that stuff in just a second. First, I just got to make sure that everything's in order. We are going to have people for you to play with. I'm very excited. This is going to be good because he's diamond, so he'll be a little bit better than you, but not unbeatably better than you.
That's what you'd like to think.
And hosting on Metalopolis. All right, so now we can indeed talk about how you normally play your ZvZs. So let's hear it. How do you like to do it?
Well, I've literally tried everything. So I've tried one base Roach, one base Bane. After having watched a load of the ZvZs, I tried the Speedling Expand, and that was equally as unsuccessful. I would quite like the 15 hatch, to be honest. Like the ret thing was really like hit it. Like, that's why I like to play my other two matchups. So I don't see why I should try and change it too much. But then I just tend to die to one base all-ins. And I tell you what everyone does is everyone goes for the roaches and then the muted tech switch. So I have trouble with when to drone, when to make units, basically, because I often get caught with my pants down, literally. And then the muted tech switch comes, they roll out with 6 meters, and I've missed the opportunity to scout it, and like it's like sort of gone now, if you get what I mean. And then you're just on the back foot from there. And the most games I win, they throw away, in short.
Yeah. I think hopefully after this session you will stop losing to Muta altogether. I think every Zerg player in the world has played as ZvZ and managed to lose to Muta. But I think in general, once you reach a certain level, the only time that's going to happen to you is when you just get completely flabbergasted with some sort of hidden tech that you weren't expecting. In general, I think Mutalisks and ZvZ are very, very weak in comparison to just about everything else. So hopefully we'll get a chance to kind of talk about that just through the course of our games.
I'm going to add, I'm not very good at talking and playing, so I'll see what I'm like with being talked to and playing.
That's okay. You will screw up at least at first, but just by virtue of the fact that it's hard to, because your brain's going to want you to do one thing, and I'm going to be yelling at you to do something else, and you're gonna make mistakes. So anyway, I like that you're opting for this hatchery first build. I'm going to go ahead and let you run one kind of without me interjecting too much, and I just kind of want to see what you do. And then we'll jump right into a second game immediately after, and I'll sort of pick up the reins a little bit more and try to guide you a little more thoroughly. Now, if you make some sort of huge, glaring, stupid mistake, I'm going to fuss at you for it. So don't do
I'll try to avoid that then. Like it.
All right, here we go. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
And the great thing about these first games is it gives me a chance to take a few bites of my chicken pot pie. So if you hear my mic clicking, it's because I'm unmuting it because I don't want to be chomping in your ear.
Good.
But I am still absolutely looking over your shoulder, and if you do something stupid like make 3 overlords at 15 supply, oh my gosh, I am going to yell at you. Chicken pot pie, so delicious. Okay, what do we have? Put it on the Fruitdealer cam. Nice healthy 350 APM spam.
Was that it? Fruitdealer's got more than that. But see, the thing about Fruitdealer is he can type good game, good luck, and still maintain that 300 APM, and you definitely have to stop. So. We'll have some points.
Room for improvement already.
Where should I be sending the second overlord? I normally just send it to my natural, but I guess it's kind of wrong, isn't it?
In this matchup,
straight across.
Yeah.
Close positions.
Well, I mean, you know where he is, right?
I know he is, yeah.
Okay, so you want to have overlord vision of as much of the path between your two bases as possible. So your first overlord is going to situate himself over his ramp. Your second overlord is going to kind of be somewhere between his ramp and your base, and then just, as you make overlords, you're just going to kind of fill in the path until you have full sight all the way from your base to his base.
Okay, I'll get on that then.
One of the cool things about ZvZ is he can kill your overlords with the exception of queens until he has layer tech. So that's a lot of time for you to have a lot of vision.
This is certainly true. Okay.
So you've seen him. You see exactly what he's up to, right?
Yep.
What is he doing?
He's doing the same as me.
Exactly.
Which is interesting, because we seem to be the only people that ever do it. But
well,
what about the one-base roach, I'm telling you?
Might even get to see a macro game here, which would be good, because it would let me really gauge where your macro is as a player.
Highly variable.
Variable.
Very variable.